Welcome to this tutorial on assets within the Azenzus Inspection App. In this session, we'll take a look at assets, what they are, how to navigate asset information on the home page, how to access detailed asset property data. You'll also learn how to manage attachments for assets, find asset checklists, and efficiently clone or add new assets to a location directly within the app. If you don't have an account yet, visit us at azenzus.com and we'll get you set up to use the app in no time. So what exactly is an asset? The Azenzus inspection software is structured into 4 main levels of organization. At the top, we have an inspection. Within each inspection, there are locations which act as containers for assets. Assets can be either physical or non-physical entities, and they are inspected using predefined checklists. Each location can contain multiple assets, and these assets can either have unique checklist templates or share the same templates across multiple items. Let's look at an example. Suppose an inspector is conducting an inspection of all stations along the Piccadilly line on the London Underground. The inspection might be titled Piccadilly Line Station Inspection, and each station would be listed as a location. Within each station, the inspector needs to check various components such as the CCTV system, elevators, escalators, and so on. These are the assets. Each asset is inspected using a checklist. For instance, the CCTV system has its own checklist, elevators have theirs, escalators theirs, and so on. Some stations may have multiple escalators, and instead of creating a new checklist for each one, the system allows the same checklist template to be reused across all escalators. In Azenzus inspection software, checklists are directly linked to assets, making it easy for inspectors to conduct inspections efficiently. Once an inspection is completed, the results are saved to each asset, allowing inspectors to generate detailed reports based on the inspection data. It's important to note that assets are not created by inspectors. Instead, they are predefined by managers using the Azenzus Inspection Manager desktop web app. While AI-powered tools like Checkmate can generate checklists in minutes, making the process even more efficient. While assets are prepared in advance, inspectors still have flexibility within the inspection app. They can create new assets or delete them when necessary. Now, let's explore how assets appear in the Azenzus Inspection app. Here, we have an inspection loaded. In this example, it's an inspection of all the stations along the Piccadilly line. On the screen, you'll see a list of locations included in this inspection, each representing a station. At the top of the screen, the header contains 2 tabs, Location and Asset. By default, the Location tab is active. To view the list of assets, simply tap the Asset tab. This will display a complete list of assets included in the inspection, regardless of location. Each asset entry contains several key details. On the left-hand side, there is an attachment icon that represents whether the asset has photos or other media linked to it. If no attachments are present, a camera icon is shown. If attachments exist, the icon changes to a photo icon with a number below it indicating how many attachments the asset has. Tapping this icon takes you directly to the Attachments tab for that asset. Next to the attachment icon, there are 2 lines of text. The first displays the asset name, while the second shows the checklist progress. These display settings can be customized through the Azenzus Inspection Manager desktop web interface. On the right-hand side, an arrow icon allows users to quickly navigate to the Checklist tab for that asset. Below this, 2 numbers indicate checklist progress, the first showing completed checklist items and the second displaying the total number of items. For efficiency, the most recently visited asset is highlighted in bold italics, making it easy to pick up where you left off. Inspectors can also manage assets directly from this screen. By long pressing an asset, it will be highlighted in yellow and the header will update to include a delete icon. From here, additional assets can be selected for batch deletion. Pressing the delete icon will trigger a confirmation pop-up, allowing the user to cancel or confirm the deletion. To exit selection mode without making any changes, simply tap the back arrow in the top left corner of the screen. Tapping on the middle of an asset row will take you to the Properties tab, where detailed information about the asset is displayed. These properties are structured as key-value pairs, with the key serving as the title and the value providing the corresponding summary. For instance, under the Dimensions category, you might find details such as the width listed as 120 mm, the length as 80 mm, and the height as 75 mm. These values help inspectors verify the correct asset and track its condition over time. At the top of the Properties tab, the asset's name and relevant details are displayed. To the right of the header, there are two essential buttons. The first is the Forced Synchronization button, which allows inspectors to manually sync data, ensuring they have the most up-to-date information available. The second is the Menu button, providing access to additional options for managing the asset. Below the header, 3 tabs organize the different aspects of the asset: Attachments, Asset, and Checklist. The Asset tab is currently active, displaying all asset properties. Switching to the Attachments tab reveals any media files linked to the asset, offering visual documentation that supports the inspection process. The Checklist tab, on the other hand, contains the checklist assigned to the asset, where inspectors can complete inspection tasks and input relevant data. Tapping on the Attachments tab opens a gallery displaying all attachments linked to the selected asset. Each thumbnail in the gallery represents an attachment. To view an attachment in detail, simply tap on its thumbnail, which opens the attachment viewer. Here you can rotate the image or add comments to provide additional context. To add a comment, tap the comment icon located in the lower left corner of the screen. This will slide up a comment section from the bottom, allowing you to type your input. Once you have finished writing, press the Save button in the upper right corner to store the comment. If you decide not to proceed, tap the Cancel button on the left side of the section to exit without saving. In the attachment viewer, you can also adjust the orientation of an image using the arrows at the bottom of the screen. The left arrow rotates the image counterclockwise, while the right arrow rotates it clockwise. Any rotation changes are automatically saved, ensuring that the updated view is retained for future reference and visible to other users assigned to the inspection. If you need to delete a photo, tap the trash icon in the bottom right corner of the viewer. A confirmation pop-up will appear, asking whether to proceed with deletion by pressing Yes or cancel the action by selecting Cancel. To return to the gallery, either swipe from left to right at the edge of the screen or use your device's back button. Attachments can also be selected for additional actions. By long pressing on a thumbnail, its background turns yellow, indicating selection. The header will update, displaying 2 new icons in the top right corner, a copy icon and a trash icon. Pressing the copy icon copies the attachment to the app's clipboard, and a paste icon appears in the header next to the Menu button. This allows you to navigate to another location, asset, or checklist and paste the copied attachment into the new context. When you press the Paste button, a pop-up will appear, asking you to confirm the action. Press No to cancel or Yes to proceed. If you wish to delete selected attachments, tap the trash icon, triggering a confirmation pop-up where you can confirm or cancel the deletion. To exit selection mode at any time, tap the back arrow in the top left corner of the screen. Adding new attachments is also straightforward. At the bottom right corner of the Attachments tab, there is a Camera button. By pressing this button, you will be navigated to the Camera feature, allowing you to take a photo using the device's built-in camera. The photo will be saved automatically as a new attachment for the asset. If you wish to add existing photos from your device, tap the menu button and select the option Pick Photo. This will open a file picker, allowing you to select multiple photos from your device. Once you have made your selections, press Add to save the chosen photos as attachments. This system ensures that managing and organizing attachments is seamless and efficient, allowing inspectors to focus on their work without unnecessary distractions. Tapping on the Checklist tab in the header of the asset page takes you directly to the Checklist section. Here, you will find a complete list of all checklist items associated with this asset. This section is essential for conducting inspections, as it provides a structured workflow for verifying asset conditions and recording inspection data. Since checklists play a crucial role in the inspection process, we have a dedicated video covering their full functionality. To learn more about how to use checklists effectively in the Azenzus Inspection App, click the link in the top right corner of this video. Now that we've returned to the home page of the app, we are currently viewing the Locations tab. From here, tapping on a location takes us to the location page for that specific location. At the top of the screen, the header displays 3 tabs, with the Asset tab on the right. Tapping this tab switches the view to display all assets within this location. To manage assets, you can long press on an asset in the list. When selected, the asset row will turn yellow, indicating selection mode. The header will also update, displaying a trash icon in the top right corner. If you want to delete the selected asset, simply tap the trash icon, which will trigger a confirmation pop-up asking whether to cancel or confirm the deletion. Press Cancel to keep the asset, or Yes to proceed with the deletion. While in selection mode, you can also choose to restore an asset to its original version. To do this, tap the Restore button, located to the right of the Delete button. This action will bring up a confirmation pop-up, just like the deletion option, allowing you to either cancel or confirm the restoration. If you need to exit selection mode without making any changes, simply tap the back arrow in the top left corner of the screen. To add a new asset to this location, tap the menu button in the top right corner of the header and select Add Asset. This will open a new page where you can choose to either create a new asset from scratch or clone an existing one. In this example, we'll create a new asset by selecting Create Without Reference. A pop-up will appear, prompting you to select both a checklist type and an asset type to assign to the new asset. The list you'll see contains all available checklists and asset types within the inspection. The checklist type determines what kind of inspection will be performed on the asset, while the asset type controls which checklist items are shown, ensuring that only the relevant items for that specific type of asset are displayed. For instance, if an escalator was accidentally left out of the inspection setup, you can easily create it here. First, select the Visual Inspection checklist to ensure the correct inspection items are included. Then, choose Escalator as the asset type. This tells the system to show only the checklist items relevant to inspecting an escalator, allowing you to complete the inspection efficiently and accurately. This newly created asset will be assigned to the current location and can be further modified by tapping on its property fields to adjust the default values. The ability to add or remove assets on the go gives inspectors greater flexibility, ensuring that all necessary assets are accounted for during the inspection process. Lastly, let's take a look at how to clone an asset. While on the Assets page, tap the menu button in the top right corner and select Clone Asset. This option allows you to create a duplicate of an existing asset while choosing what data should be carried over to the new one. When cloning, you have 3 options. If you select the first option, the new asset will include the inspection results along with all associated properties. Choosing only the second option will clone the asset structure, but all values will be blank, requiring the inspector to enter new data. Selecting the third option will retain photos linked to the original asset, while all other fields remain empty. So if you want a blank asset, select the second option. But if you want to clone all the data, select the first and the last option together. Note the first and last option overrides the second. This feature provides flexibility in managing assets, allowing inspectors to quickly duplicate existing ones while deciding how much data should be inherited. And that's it. You now know everything there is to know about assets in the Azenzus Inspection app. Happy inspecting! Visit us at azenzus.com. Follow our YouTube channel for more tutorials and news on products.